بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Hello and welcome to this new English lesson for 3rd intermediate grade, Full Blast 6, Module 1E. Can you live without it? Speak and write. This lesson was prepared by Mrs. اعتدال الغامدي and it is presented by معتصم نديم. In this lesson you can talk about advantages and disadvantages of mobile phones, read for specific information, use guidelines for writing a paragraph about advantages and disadvantages. Look at the boy. He's playing video games. Now, what do you think of playing video games? Do you think playing video games is a good thing or a bad thing? Well, if you ask me, I think video games have some advantages and they also have some disadvantages. So they are not totally bad and they are not completely good. Now, what are the advantages and disadvantages of having a mobile phone? What are some of the benefits you get from having a phone? Can you list some of the things, the good things that you get from having a phone? It helps in emergency situations. That's fantastic. That is correct. When you are in an emergency, like you need to call an ambulance or you need to call for some help, you need to call your father, a brother to get some help, you need to call the police. A smartphone or a mobile phone can be very useful. That is one thing. And its size is very convenient. It's not very big. You can put it in your pocket or in your purse. That is correct. Yes, the size is good. You can hold it with one hand. It's not heavy. And you can be reached at any time. That is also very good. Yes, people can reach you, whether you are asleep, whether you are at work, at school. People, when they need you, they can call you. Good. Enough with the advantages. Now let's talk about some of the disadvantages. The downsides. The downside of having a mobile phone. What are some of the disadvantages? Can you tell me about some disadvantages? Okay, signal coverage is not always good everywhere. That is correct. Sometimes you are out of reach because of the place you're in. You are in a place and the coverage of the signal, you don't have a good signal. People cannot reach you. That is correct. And it's also, your phone can be a target for pickpockets. What do we mean by that? People will want to steal your phone. If you have an expensive phone and you put it in your pocket, people will want to steal from you. That is also correct. Alright, I think that we spend too much time here. Here are some ideas. And your ideas were brilliant. Thank you very much. Make communication easy. You can be reached at any time. Okay. It can be harmful to your eyes, your spine, if you hold it incorrectly, and it can be expensive and addictive and costly phone bills every month you pay. Now let's read the text below and compare ideas to your answers, then answer the questions. Nowadays, a great number of people use mobile phones. Personally, I believe they are very useful gadgets. Personally means this is what I think. I think mobile phones are useful gadgets, useful devices. Having a mobile phone has many good sides, good advantages. Firstly, you can carry it everywhere because it's small. Also, thanks to mobile phones, communication, reaching people, talking with others is easy, especially in emergency situations. They have saved a lot of people's lives because they called for help using their mobiles. Mobiles are extraordinary. Extraordinary means not normal. Okay, you ask about communication. Communication means contacting people by using voice call. When you call people, that's communication. When you send messages or emails, that is communication. So communication means contacting people, getting in touch with people. So mobiles are extraordinary, means not normal machines. I mean, you can use your mobile to do almost anything. Anything. You can download thousands of apps and games. You can read the Quran using your phone. For instance means as an example, you can take or exchange pictures. You can use your phone as a camera, store information, play games, surf the internet, download ringtones. To customize your phone, make it personal, you can make your ringtone different from other phones, and so on. Personally, I don't think I could live without one. How about you? Do you think you can live without a phone? If you ask me, I can't. I love my phone. Dan Roberts, Manchester. Okay, Dan was talking about the bright side, the good things, the advantages of having a mobile phone. Let's read what this man has to say about phones. He thinks that there are more disadvantages, negatives, downside to mobiles than advantages. To begin with means first thing. Doctors say that mobiles can be harmful to our health when we use them a lot. Harmful to the eyes, harmful to the spine, to your neck. If you hold it incorrectly, then it can hurt your neck. In addition means more than that. Beside, plus. Children, teenagers, and even adults. Adults means grown-ups, people. Okay, the meaning of disadvantages means the bad things. Advantages, the good things. Disadvantages, the bad things of having a mobile phone. What are the bad things that you get from having a phone? It can be harmful to your health. And adults means grown-ups, people who are more than 21 years old. When you are more than 21 years old, then you are an adult. You are not a teenager or a child. Can get addicted. Addicted means like taking heroin. You can't stop. And yeah, I know many adults, teenagers, and children, they can't stop using their phone. They're either texting or playing games or doing whatever they're doing. This can cause many problems. For example, sometimes students use their mobiles at school and interrupt the lessons. Okay, they don't focus with the teacher and they miss important parts of the lessons because they are playing with their phones, and sometimes when the teacher sees this, he has to stop the lesson to deal with the situation. What is more than that is they cause thousands of car accidents every year because drivers are sending messages, and that is very dangerous. When you drive your car and you are using your phone while driving, you could have a car accident or making a phone call while driving. And don't forget, people who are addicted to their mobiles may send SMS messages all the time, which can be expensive. When you send SMS messages at the end of the month, you get your phone bill and you will be surprised how much you have to pay for that bill. Why? Because you made too many phone calls, you sent too many SMS messages. But nowadays people use WhatsApp, and that is free. In my opinion, people should avoid means do not do it. Avoid using the phone, that means don't use the phone. This is the meaning of avoid. Tom Good, Bristol. So what do you think? Do you agree with Tom that phones are evil? we shouldn't use them. No, I think that he is exaggerating. He went too far with the subject. I think that phones are more good than bad. This is what I think. I don't know what you think. Now, in which text, the first text or the second text, does the writer have a positive opinion about mobile phones? Okay, Tom or the previous guy, I don't remember his name. Who of the two writers had a positive view, positive opinion? The first guy, he said he can't live without one. So which, and how can you tell? Well, we can tell that he loves phone by saying he can't live without one. And he said that they can save people's lives in emergency situations and things like that. Okay, which words and phrases do the writers use to list their points? I have a point. I have a good point that phones are good. And what's your point? Okay, you can download the Quran application. This is a point. How do people list their points, like point number 1, point number 2, point number 3? You can use firstly, what is more. Beside that, we use these phrases to list our points. And which phrases do the writers use to state their final opinion? You can use I believe that, I think, in my view, the way I see it. You can use all these phrases. All right. Now, a paragraph expressing opinion. This is guideline that will show you how to write a similar paragraph. Use linking words and phrases. Use firstly, first of all, to begin with, secondly, to list your points. When you want to state your opinion, use in my opinion, personally, I believe, I think, in my view. If you want to give reasons to support opinion, you need to give clear examples. Okay, this is what you say. You say that you think that phones are bad. Give us a clear example. Like how? Give us an example. Like, I know someone who used the phone and then he got a pain in the neck. Things like that. Examples. Now, I want you to rewrite the phrases in bold using the expressions in Activity C. The expressions I just showed you, I believe, in my opinion, firstly, what is more, use these expressions to replace oh and something else. How do you replace this? Okay, you use what is more, that is correct. Yes, you use what is more. What is more means the same thing as oh and something else. 2. If you ask me, yes, also gives the same meaning as what is more, also the same thing. Okay, 2. If you ask me, how do you replace this? In my view, okay, the way I see it personally, okay, I believe that computers are useful. Instead of using I believe, we can also use I definitely think, or I think. Okay. Alright, very good. You did very well. Before you start, choose a few advantages. Choose a few advantages and or disadvantages, the ones you have the most to say about. Alright, let's pick a topic. A topic like homework. Do you think homework has more advantages or more disadvantages? If you think that homeworks have more advantages, then you pick this side. If you think that homework has more disadvantages, then you pick the disadvantages. So you pick the one that you think that has you have more to say about, and make some notes. Avoid means don't do that. Avoid discussing too many ideas in your paragraph. Okay, we finished today's Speak and Write lesson. As a summary, to sum things up, this is what we learned. We learned some phrases that we can use to list our points. We learned some expressions to state our opinion. We learned how to give reasons to support this opinion. You say that, in my opinion, phones are good. How can you support this opinion? By giving examples. Give clear examples. Thank you everybody for joining me. I hope that you enjoyed today's lesson. I'll see you inshallah next time.